Joining us now, political commentator Benny Johnson. Bill Maher saw something that was worth making fun of. There is nothing off limits, and if their feels got hurt, so be it.
Yes, they should take a page out of the book of the legendary Johnny Carson, who said that I am here to entertain. I'm not here to scold people or lecture people. I'm not here to run for office. I am here to be a pressure release valve on the country and to not get overtly political and, most importantly, to not lie to my audience. This, I think, is very critical about Jimmy Kimmel and why he was put in timeout by ABC. 24% of the American people do not know that Charlie Kirk's murderer was a far leftist. So only 24% of the people in America believe the fact that Charlie Kirk's alleged assassin was an actual far left-wing transgender furry radical living with his boyfriend. And that is because individuals like Jimmy Kimmel lied on air about Charlie Kirk's murder. And because of that, we don't have the full picture. And this is why Jimmy Kimmel was taken off air, but now he's back, proving in Hollywood that crime does indeed pay.
Benny, do you think the 1-year extension or so is an endorsement of how Jimmy Kimmel does what he does on late night? Or do you think it's sort of, you know, we'll give you 1 more year, but we're just not interested in doing this going forward? Well, how do you read that?
Yeah, I mean, Jimmy Kimmel has often talked about how he wants to be out of this job, how the magic is gone. You can see that in the programming. Jimmy Kimmel is dead last. Greg Gutfeld on this incredible network has 3 times the viewers, and that's because people want to just relax at the end of the day and not get scolded to or lectured to, or most importantly and dangerously, lied to. Again, only 24% of the country believes that Charlie Kirk's killer was a far left-wing radical. And that's in part because of Jimmy Kimmel and his lies. Now, this got him put in timeout, and he screamed from the mountaintops that people were suppressing free speech. But the real person's speech that was suppressed was Charlie Kirk's when he was murdered. And Jimmy Kimmel has a right and an obligation to apologize. He's never done that. To correct the record, he's never done that. And to blame his side in the ratcheting up of rhetoric against people like Charlie Kirk for these horrible tragedies. But we haven't had that reckoning, and I'm not sure we ever will.
I think it was from a timeout to a cop-out by Disney, ABC,
right.
Just kicking that can down the road for a year. They didn't want to deal with it. But let's talk about, you're working with the America First Policy Institute on making housing great again. But this is about family formation, and I'll take... We could go back and forth on this because I don't think that necessarily buying a home is about forming a family. That the two don't have to be inextricably linked. But Benny, how do you see it?
Well, all the available data shows that young men want homes before they get married, that young women want homes in order to bring their newborn children to. It is part of the American dream. It is knit into the fabric of America. And the reason, in part, that you see the population collapse that you're seeing in this country is because the average age of the first-time home buyer is 40 years old. That's well past the optimum age to have children, to get married, and this is crippling the American dream for our young people. It's something that we need to do by doing a number of very important things. One, making interest rates much lower. I'm sure on Fox Business you agree with that. But also deporting 30 million criminal aliens who are occupying homes that by right should go to Americans. You should also ban BlackRock and other major hedge funds and private equity from buying massive swaths of single-family homes and turning this nation into perpetual nihilistic renters. Young people need to see the American dream in order to believe in it. They need to have a handle on it, and that is why the Vice President and America First Policy Institute are working so hard on this issue. Charlie Kirk, again, saw it as a key to keeping young men and women from going Marxism or MAGA. That's going to be the choice. And one is offering free housing or free rent control, and one is offering the American dream. We need to make that dream achievable.
The stakes are indeed high on this one. Benny Johnson, great to see you. Thanks for being with us today.
Thanks,
Benny.
Merry Christmas.